Howdy YouTube, Jim here, Further 73. Having an early morning smoke out here in the shop. Trying out a new camera. See, I got the wood stove. And as you can see from the steam coming up out of the kettle here, it's got a fire roaring. Kids started spring break this week, and apparently the weather heard about it and went on spring break too, because I got up this morning and it was 29 degrees Fahrenheit out. Or for my metric friends and viewers, just a tick below 0 C. So happy spring, nice hard frost on the ground, and I had to put a fire in. And this morning I am smoking part of what I'm going to talk about, but my little Vakari billiard. I know absolutely nothing about this brand. I wasn't able to find anything on Pipe Fill or in Pipepedia or any of the other websites. The only stamping on it says, you probably can't see it, it says Vakari Genova, and right here, and I know it's not going to show up, but on the bottom of the stem it was stamped France. Did a little checking around, and the only reference to Genova I can find is Italy, so I don't know if the pipe's Italian and the stem's French, or if the whole thing was made in France, but turned into a good little smoker. It was a part of a big box of pipes. Part of a big box of pipes that I picked up at a flea market this past summer, and I figured, well, I'll just do a quick clean and polish on it, turn it around, and maybe put it on the old eBay to finance my pad. And when I got done with it, you see I rusticated it, and that's my rustication on there. It was a smooth pipe when I started out. I don't know how the lighting is going to do there, but it's you can see it's all craggy and gnarly and rustic now. I made myself a rustication tool and been playing with that a little bit. If you've followed my Instagram at all, you've seen some of the pipes I've done there. But anyway, enough about what I'm smoking here. In it, I am smoking Sutliff Private Stock, cheap tobacco, blend number 5. And according to Sutliff, it's a balanced smoking tobacco with a cool, rich flavor. Have to agree. I'd call it a mild to medium English. It's kind of somewhere between a shag and a ribbon cut, and real loose. Perfect moisture right out of the tin. I've had this sitting in my cellar for probably 6 months or a little better, but anyway, I can buy this locally right off of the shelf for about $9. I think the price went up. I was getting it for $5 or $6 for a 2-ounce tin like that, but it's recently gone up, and it's about $9 a tin. But you can buy this stuff in this little 1 3/4 ounce, no, 1 1/2 ounce. I'm sorry, 1 1/2 ounce tin, or you can get it in an 8-ounce tin. Pipes and Cigars has this stuff, an 8-ounce tin for $15. So a half a pound of this stuff, and it's well worth it. If you go to tobacco reviews, it'll say it's supposed to be similar to Dunhill's My Mixture 965, and I gotta say, I've smoked both. My Mixture is probably, so far anyway, the only Dunhill blend that I've tried that I could get through a full tin of and might consider buying again. The rest of them I've tried. Early Morning Pipe was like Smoky Cigarettes, and Dunhill Nightcap was, I don't know, I was hoping for a really good lap bomb with that, and it turned into just a big nick hit, and it just, I didn't care for it. So I don't see a lot of similarities between this blend and my Mixture 965. When you first crack the tin, give it a smell. It's got a sweetness to it, and it's got a little hint of that that vinegary, ketchupy kind of barbecue sauce smell that you get out of a lot of McClellan blends. And if you've ever smoked Frog Morton Original or any of the other series, with the exception of Cellar, which I don't think really has it, but any of the McClellan Englishes, it smells very, very similar. It's got that same kind of fermented tang to it, and it's a really nice smoke. The Latakia is not overpowering. It is a little smoky, and if you're not into that, you probably wouldn't like it. But I would say, if you want to venture into English blends, this would be a good place to start. It's inexpensive, and if you don't like it, you're not out a whole lot. It's a lot cheaper than some of the others that are very popular, like Balkan Sobrani and Penzance, Margate, things like that. And it's a lot easier to come by too, because I don't think very many people buy it. But it's a really good tobacco. So enough of that. That's my half-assed tobacco review. I'm thinking about actually doing some tobacco reviews. I've watched some of the other videos you guys have done on tobacco reviews and one thing and another, and I might jump in on that with some of the blends that I like. I know it's all opinion and everybody's tastes vary, but you know, we're all experts on our own opinions. So anyway, that's something I got going on. And Alex Bird had mentioned in one of his previous videos about dedicating certain pipes to certain tobaccos, and that got me to thinking. I really don't have anything that I can't say I don't have anything that I haven't done that with, but I generally smoke Englishes and Balkans, and I kind of mix and match pipes and tobacco. It doesn't, I mean, I'll grab the pipe that I feel like smoking for the day or the bowl, and whichever tobacco I feel like putting through it. I mean, I'll smoke Frog Morton and Penzance and, you know, Sutliff Blend number 5 out of the same pipe. I typically only smoke English and Balkan blends right now. I mean, I went through an aromatic phase. I've tried the Virginias, the straight Virginias, and the vapors don't do a lot for me. But all of my pipes are pretty well dedicated to the, you know, the English Balkan style Latakia blends. But I do have one pipe that is dedicated to nothing but aromatics. And if I try various aromatics, I'll try it in a cob first. That way, if it turns out to be disgusting, like I found half and half to be, I'm not having to de-ghost one of my nicer pipes. And so I'll do my sampling in a corn cob. But yeah, I've got one Savinelli, sort of a bent Dublin shape, that I've got dedicated just to aromatics, and I've got one other pipe that I don't have it out here with me, but it's one that I got from was it Pedro Ortiz, I think is his name, does Unique Briar. I bought one of his pipes from eBay a year or two ago, and the only blend that I've ever smoked in that was Frog Morton Cellar. I wanted to see if it developed any more depth of character or flavors, or, you know, just made it better or different than smoking it in any other pipe. And I was kind of doing that experiment and sort of forgot about it. So I think I'm going to revisit that here in the near future. I'll have to get some more Frog Morton Cellar in, because I don't happen to have any in my cellar currently. But I'm going to play around with that a little bit and give you all my thoughts and opinions on that. And it was kind of an interesting point that Alex brought up, so I thought I might revisit that a little bit, because I do have one pipe that I've dedicated to one specific blend. And, you know, as far as the other pipes, when it comes to, you know, the Virginia Flakes and some of the flake tobaccos, I've got one pipe in particular that I try to smoke things like Orlick Golden Sliced, and, you know, some of the Virginias, like I said, I'm not a big fan of, but I've got one particular pipe with a really small bowl. It's a little billiard that that I'll smoke those in. The smaller bowl tends to, in my opinion, again, my opinion, not anybody else's, the smaller bowl tends to kind of concentrate the flavors, and I get just a little more flavor out of some of those tobaccos with that. But I don't know, I'm just kind of rambling, throwing my thoughts out there. I've been watching everybody's videos, and that's what I've taken away from some of the stuff Alex has had up. Dog's awake. Daisy. I better go check. She won't shut up on her own. Of course, as usual, it was nothing. Just my my neighbor out getting ready for his redneck nationals next door. Little hound. Got his tractor out getting the track ready, so I'll get to enjoy that next weekend. It'll sound like a damn hornet's nest around here. Smell of racing fuel all weekend. I'm super, super excited. Drunk rednecks on motorcycles destroying a beautiful piece of property next door. Anyway, enough of that. I think I'm going to cut it off here. I'll probably film another video today and ramble on a little more. Looking forward to Chicago and some of that stuff. And anyway, that's all I got this morning. Just thought I'd check in. It's been a while. Let you know what I'm smoking, and if you haven't tried it, check it out. Pretty good, cheap tobacco. Something you can smoke all day. And that's that. Have a good one, YouTube. We'll see you.